Ow! Ow! Oh! God! Bless it! Hang on, guys! Give me a minute! Whoa! Oh man, I got a massive headache. Let me get down there real quick. Ugh. I see you up there! Just wait till I get up there after the stream. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. Greetings, creatures, humans alike. I am Match IQ Dog, and I am so late for the stream. I would like to apologize for that. You see, I was on my way here to this wonderful beach where I do my One Piece reaction streams when a rock suddenly came swooping in and grabbed me by the talons. It then tried to make me as a snack, but of course I had to fight against it. So we were in an aerial battle for a little bit until it swiped me with its claws, causing me to crash down here. Yeah. So I'm gonna let the big, giant, oversized bird go so I can start on the stream. So, what's up? Let's see. As I said earlier, we are going to be reacting to... give me a second. Give me a second. Gotta conjure it up. Oh! Chapter 1082 of One Piece. Yeah. Let me just move him to the side right here. But yeah. I honestly didn't think I was going to react so soon, because I did not realize from the previous stream that there was Golden Week for Japan. So I thought, oh, I got plenty of time. But no. Turns out they released it a little earlier and stuff, with like the early releases. So I was thinking, crap. So I gotta get everything prepared. But luckily everything is good, so I'm able to react to it tonight. So, give me just a second to get myself comfortable. Let's see. Okay, right here, it looks good. And, oh yeah. I should go on ahead and give the warning. This is a One Piece 1082 live reaction. This is your first and final spoiler warning. If you do not see the chapter, be sure to log off of here, read the chapter, and then come back. Okay, and with that out of the way, let's begin. Give me just a second. Okay. Oh, by the way, I better go ahead and test my audio. I sound good. People can understand me at least. Let's see. Oh, I almost done a baddie. Okay, so here we are with chapter 1082, which is called Let's Go and Claim It. Claiming it indeed. And for the cover story, we got Chopper, who is on some kind of cloudy area with a rainbow behind him, who is taking a bite out of Zeus, mistaking them for cotton candy. And then we see Prometheus above being like, ha! That's funny. Okay. And look at little Chopper. He is just so happy thinking that he's eating cotton candy. Which you would think at this point he should have realized better, considering the fact that Zeus is now part of the Straw Hats. Okay. Let's go on to chapter page 1. Sorry if you're hearing the echo and stuff. I got that fixed. Oh my god! What happened to you, T-Bone? Okay, so pretty much we got a news paper that is with the headlines with T-Bone apparently being killed by a civilian, which that is surprising because T-Bone is a really well-known Marine. In fact, oh, he became a vice admiral. Wait, was he a vice admiral before? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, you hear like the narrator going like he was admired by both citizens and Marines, and the news of his death ended up shocking the world, but they didn't give no details about it. We then cut over to Marine HQ, where oh my god, oh, Sengoku. We're seeing Sengoku talking to Osuryu, and they're talking about his death. They're basically Sengoku is wondering if they caught the man who did it, but Tetsu's like, no, and I'm pretty sure his family is long gone by now. And Sengoku is just like, what is this world coming to, man? The civilians that we are supposed to protect are now trying to stab us in the back. It's unbelievable. And Tetsu's like, well, it's no wonder and stuff. I mean, people often go over the money and stuff. It's only natural for them. And she names a new kingdom called Pepe Kingdom. For some reason, I'm thinking it's that kingdom where the France person that went into the reverie is in control. I don't know why. I just got the feeling of that. Then again, when I hear Pepe, I often think of PP La Pew. Don't blame me, blame cartoons. But anyways, she's talking about the Pepe Kingdom, where apparently thousands of people die from starvation each year. So that country is not really good. And apparently she's talking about how property and wealth is able to adapt to the circumstances. She also mentions about how they have bounties on their heads now, which is really something. Anyways, on to page 2. Oh wait, I already read that. Okay, this is pretty good. So we have we pretty much have in like a cafeteria kind of setting and stuff. Yeah, we see like a kitchen area in the background and stuff with the Marines on it. We see some pouring glasses and stuff. We see other Marines. I don't recognize any of them though. But yeah, I do recognize the goat. Of course, then Goku's always got to have his goat. And they are sitting at a table and stuff with Tetsuru's like, I'm not trying to defend the culprit or anything, but I'm just noting that this is what that darn clown has done, and we have underestimated him. So she's referring to Buggy and stuff because of him leading the Cross Guilds, which is the ones that created the bounty system for the Marines. And we have Sengoku looking at the paper. It's like, how can we serve and protect our people if we have to constantly look over our shoulders? He also mentions about how if they don't get rid of the Cross Guilds, then this is going to kill the morale of every Marine and weaken the Navy. Which, that's right. Because the Navy, well, most of the people in the Navy joins to be good. Like, they want to do good. But if they can't, because of them fearing for their life because of the citizens, what's the point in fighting? Anyways, we have Sengoku asking Hina about where Garp is because he wants him to try some new rice crackers. That's when Hina informed him that a few days ago he said that he was off to save Kobe and that he's teaming up with Sword. And she's also pretty sure that Kuchaku is with him as well. We then have a full view of the Marine HQ just reacting with Sengoku and Otsuru saying, "What? Don't tell me they went to Hachinoshu!" So that's a pretty funny moment. Anyways, on to page 3. Let's see. Okay, I finally found where it cuts off. Anyways, so we now cross over to Empty Buff Island. Empty Buff. I see the pun you're going with, Oda. Let's see. But yeah, it's someone like in a new world, and looks like a simple island. Pretty much got like a rocky shore with some mountains or some hills in the distance. But pretty much a lot of the island consists of Buggy's tents along with his huge tents of the cross skills. We then hear Buggy pretty much talking to some random person. Pretty much thanking him, pretty much like giving him a good job for crossing over the seas. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna scoot up to the mic a little bit, okay? Let's see. We hear some riffraff saying, thanking him, and Buggy's like, be proud! The emperors are smiling because of you! Pretty much proclaiming the birth of a new star, of a champion of evil! We then see some random farmer who is just holding on to his hat, shaking with tears. And he's pretty much saying that he heard that his family received the payment and is thanking Buggy. Which I'm kind of surprised for that. Because, you know, this is Buggy we're talking about. Then again, if he doesn't, I'm pretty sure Crocodile and Mihawk will have his head. Anyways, we didn't see Buggy being like, don't mention it. The fact that you took down one of the finest vice admirals of the Navy, you are evil charisma incarnated. So don't be so humble. He laughs. We didn't see like a big view of a buggy pretty much up on like a pedestal window kind of thing. And the farmer is just like kind of nervous because of all the pirates around him. And Buggy is just complimenting him some more, like, your stunt really shocked the Marines, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna catch you in no time. And the farmer is just like, even if I can't see my family, it's better than watching them die of starvation. We then see a flashback of his family pretty much starving to death. Like, oh man. See, like a pregnant lady lying down, some kids. Oh, it's terrible. Anyways, on to page 4. Oh, Buggy, I love you. Okay, so we pretty much have Buggy looking down on him, and he's like, "Rest easy, my friend. We'll take care of you as a fellow pirate." And the farmer's like, "What?" We then have 3 pirates just pretty much hanging around him, being like, we got this one pirate with like a big tattoo on his head and neck, just reaching over the farmer's shoulder and being like, "Yeah, the Emperor is taking you under his wing. The bombastic clown himself, Buggy. He's on another level," says some other pirate. Got like a crooked nose, got like a wild hair and stuff. We did see another pirate in the background, but we don't see much of him. He's like, well, anyways, the other pirate is like, yeah, the other pirates you've seen are nothing compared to him. We then have all the pirates shouting out to Buggy, which Buggy is dancing, just dancing to the beat. We have the pirates being like, "Don't forget, you're standing face to face with a legend. Yeah, Buggy in the flesh, Buggy in the flesh, Buggy in the flesh, Buggy in the flesh." But they then got interrupted by another pirate that's like, "Sorry to interrupt, Barley Sama. You're so fresh." And Buggy's just reacting upset like, "That makes me sound like I'm some kind of cereal." Oh, Buggy. Anyways, that pirate's pretty much telling them that the ship of the Cross Guilds is finished. We did have a small flashback of Crocodile and Mihawk in silhouette, and Buggy pretty much telling them to leave the ship to him because his talented shipwrights will be able to fix it up. Anyways, on to page 4. Let me check. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's 4. Anyways. Wait. It's kind of hard to tell what's a page and not. Anyways, anyway, just on to whatever I think is page 4. Oh, poor Buggy. Anyways, the shipwrights are throwing off the ship, being like, just throwing it off. And, of course, being Buggy's man, they end up making the figurehead being of Buggy's likeness with the swords underneath it. And Buggy's just freaking out. Got his eyes, nose, and his teeth popping out. And of course the shipwrights are like, making the figurehead of you is obvious. It turned out great. We then see a very dreaded and crying Buggy, just sobbing as he hears Mihawk and Crocodile behind him being like, do you really expect us to get on that thing? Buggy then turns around with him like whimpering, oh. And they're pretty much, let's take this to the meeting room. With the door closed behind us. We did get a few view of the island with the shipwrights and the other guys being like, let's hear it for the greatest ship ever! Hooray! We did cut over to the meeting room with a closed door, and oh my god, you can hear Buggy screaming, what are they doing to the Emperor? Let's find out on the next page. Oh, Buggy finally grown a pair. So we have like this dungeon setting with chains up on the walls and stuff. And we see Crocodile and Mihawk pretty much discussing like their next plan of operations. We pretty much have Crocodile looking at the newspaper and being like, the cross skills public awareness is growing. The Navy's now understanding us as a threat, and we need to have unparalleled influence to form our utopia and become a strong military state. But they need to establish, and this is when Mihawk cuts in say their overwhelming power, right? So, looks like we got an idea of what the cross guilds are really about. Looks like they're wanting to create their own military nation called Utopia. Which that's actually, I mean, that fits in with Crocodile really well, but I'm surprised that Mihawk is going along with it. Then again, he doesn't care what's going on as long as he lives a quiet life. We did see Buggy's head with his hair hanging on a hook and chain where he's just begging for them to kill him. Poor Buggy. We then see a close view of a beat up Buggy the clown. A close view of him being like, this is wrong. This is not how I wanted to live my life. But anyways, the two are still talking, and they're trying to talk about finding a way to gather up a great amount of weapons. But Buggy cuts them off saying, wealth! You're saying we need wealth and power, right? I gotta whisper a little bit, so I'm gonna hold the mic kinda close to my mouth. Anyways, pretty much Buggy's reacting. I'm gonna be out of the line here. And Buggy is just standing up to these two. The gods of this legend. He's like, I know you may do away with me, But how can you call yourself pirates with schemes like that? We then have the two looking over, and Mihawk's just saying, like, did the cockroach just say something? And Buggy's like, you doing this all backwards. Anyways, on to the next page to see how Buggy may live or die. Put. Oh, we got some flashback moments. Okay, so in full view. Oh man, this really is just a torture chamber. I see more weapons and a chair with spikes? Yikes. Anyways, Buggy is just pretty much telling Crocodile and Mihawk, where it's like, you heard right? Red Hair is making this move? We used to be on the same crew together, on the Pirate King's crew. Circumstances prevented us from going to Laugh Tale though. But tell me, way back when, what did we... No, wait, that's a flashback moment. We pretty much get like a flashback bubble scene like, tell me, way back then, what did you guys want it to be? Then we have, well, I don't know. Anyways, we just see that little speech bubble there. Anyways, we did have a beat up Buggy where he's talking about how Shanks was just shining with potential and that he gave up on his will dream because he couldn't measure up. We then get to the flashback of 24 years ago on the day of Goldie Watcher's execution. This is the part where it's raining. We then have Buggy talking to Shanks, who is just... I mean, the rain makes it look like he's crying. Anyways, Buggy is saying, like, you said it yourself, didn't you, Shanks? That your crew's gonna reach Laugh Tale one day? And Shanks is like, yeah, but I changed my mind, for now at least. So I'm not ready to go for it yet. And this is on another panel where he's just looking at Buggy. And Buggy's like, what? And he's like, I still want to be a pirate though. I'm still gonna be a pirate. If I could ever say my words correctly. We then have a moment of Buggy realizing something where he's like, you're not gonna be the next generation's king? I misjudged you, Shanks. And this is a moment where we have Shanks asking Buggy to join, but he's like, no way, I'm not working underneath you, idiot. So, this puts us in some new parallels. Like, we just thought that Buggy... Well, hang on, I'll collect my thoughts afterwards. But anyways, on to the next page. Okay, so we got more of the flashback where Buggy is pretty much pointing at Chang saying like, you haven't forgotten, have you? And we got an inner dialogue of Buggy being like, don't you care about following in Captain Roger's footsteps? So this puts like a whole new hidden meaning between the two. And of course we have Buggy running off away from Shanks in the rain, being like, "It's your fault I still lost my treasure map. I still haven't forgiven you for that. You better watch out next time." But I don't know. Anyways, we now come back to the present where Buggy is still sprouting out like, "That no good Shanks, he's finally making his move, but what good is it now?" And I don't know how, through luck or chance or whatever, but we're now on equal footing. We now have Buggy proclaiming that he wants to do it as well. He wants to be the Pirate King. We didn't see Mihawk and Crocodile glaring at him as Buggy keeps saying like, "Wealth and power? Why stop there? When we can go and claim for the ultimate treasure!" Okay, now going on to the next page and seeing if Buggy is still alive after this, because oh boy. Oh, Buggy did it this time. So, oh dang! I don't know. I'm gonna say it's Crocodile throwing it, but he throws a table. He throws the table at Buggy's head as Buggy's going, "Ah!" We did have Crocodile saying, "I can't believe that you deluded yourself. Even to your own merit. But remember, we're only letting you keep the title of Emperor because it benefits us." We did have Mihawk chiming in being like, "You think we're just gonna carry you to the top?" We didn't have Crocodile saying like, "We're not playing pirates. This is serious business. You don't have a clue, let alone a plan." And Mihawk is like, "Don't expect us to don't expect us to go picking fights with both Red Hair, Blackbeard, and Luffy." Well, he said Straw Hat, but still. So this is a great moment because Mihawk is finally acknowledging Luffy as a full-grown emperor. However, we did have Buggy's head being like, "It's a scramble for the treasure. We just need to beat them. Let me show you. There are some words that light a fire in every heart of pirates. And it's only because that they set sail for the same reason." We then have them clicking onto a transponder snail. We then have the podium being like, being sewn with the pirates looking up because they're listening to Buggy, where he's like, "Listen up, man." Of course, Crocodile tries stopping him by stomping on his head, but that ain't stopping Buggy. And Buggy gives like this inspirational speech. Let's see. During the speech, we see some pirates being blinded by light, which is like, where's that light coming from? Anyways, and they're pretty much not ready to listen to this. But anyways, this is Buggy's speech. "What dream drove you all to the sea? Every moment you're clinging to your life, thinking it's gonna be your last. So why ignore the screaming urges that is growing inside you? If you give up because of reality being too daunting, but now this is your chance. It's time for us to set sail and get what we all desire most. Of course, there's also a moment where it's like the pirates are like, he wants to give us that spark. We're not ready for this. We then see in full frontal view of the cross guilds, where Buggy is proclaiming that they are gonna go and claim the One Piece. And of course, this has got every man cheering, but both Crocodile and Mihawk are pissed with it being like, why, you little no good. But anyways, on to the next page. And by the way, I hope Buggy survives this because, oh boy. God dang squeaky chair. Ooh, new characters. What a unique set of characters. Okay, so we now cut over to the I always have a trouble pronouncing this. Kamabaka Queendom of the New World. Wait, of the New World? Wait, I thought that was over on the Grand Line. Could that have been an error? Anyways, we now have these 4 characters that are seeing a ship appearing from the horizon, and they're pretty much wondering what the ship is. You know, if it's an enemy, who could be on it and stuff. We now see these 4 new characters in view. We have one that I'm thinking is a cow mink. He's pretty much got like a goofy look to him, and he's pretty much wearing like a overtop kind of thing. In front of him, we see like this lady. Oh, right, I should give the names while I'm introducing these new characters. So the cow-looking mink is the vice captain of the Rest Army of the Revolutionary Army. I'm gonna butcher this name wrong. But, oh, hey, we got someone. Hey, I'm pretty much reacting to the One Piece 1082. So, if you haven't caught up on that yet, you may want to log off and stuff, and then join back in once you get caught in. Because I don't want you to get spoiled. Remember, spoiler warning. Okay? Okay. So anyways, continuing on with the chapter, the cow-looking mink, which I assume is a mink, I am going to butcher his name wrong, but it's spelled Ushiano, or you should know, and he is morally subordinate. In front of him, we see like this new girl who got some goggles on her head, and she's got a full-on mechanical left arm, and she's just pointing at the ship like she's about to blast it. And she is the vice captain of the East Army's Revolutionary Army, Aryu, and she is Bello Betty's subordinate. Next to those two is a Humpty Dumpty looking character with a wide mustache, kind of similar to Blackbeard. I mean, oh my god, Blackbeard. It's Whitebeard. I meant to say Whitebeard. Please don't butcher me. But yeah, it's similar to Whitebeard's, but it's not as grand. Anyways, he's wearing overalls as well. That's kind of like checkered and stuff. And like I said, he's a Humpty Dumpty looking character because he is full on round like an egg. And he's wearing like these pointed hats. Like you see those guys in Switzerland kind of deal. Anyways, looks like he's wanting to do a bet to wager if it's an enemy and who's in. We then see this other character next to him, who is the vice captain of the South Army, Shiro, who is a Karasu subordinate. Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce the Humpty Dumpty looking guy. He is the, wait. Oh, they kind of done a mix-up here. But anyways, he's the vice captain of the North Army, no, of the South Army. Yeah, he's the South Army one, if I remember correctly. And he is Limburg's subordinate, who his name is Grambo. Gyamble. Marble, Grambo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, the other dude that's next to him, he's like the vice captain of the North Army, Shiro, because he is Karasu's subordinate. And I remember that Karasu is the North one. Anyways, this guy, Chiron, he kind of makes me think of Yongshin a little bit. I don't know why. It could be the getup he's got. But he's wearing some kind of goggle-like mask. He's got like these muffs on his ears. And he's wearing like this full-on robe on his shoulders and stuff. I think he's eating some kind of mechanism. I want to say it's like a char or something. Or like a face. I don't know. Kind of weird. Could be related to a devil fruit power or something. But anyways, oh yeah, he's also got like 3 stripes on his head. Kind of like, oh my god, what is that character from Soul Eater? That's the kid. Yeah, kind of like the 3 lines on that. Anyways, he's sitting down and he's taking the bet. He's like, sounds good to me. Chi. And he's putting 1 million on it being Sabo, making a safe return. And this is surprising. Anyways, on to the next page. Okay, I like those 2 dynamic. Okay, so in the next page, the ship. No, never mind. I am getting ahead of myself. Anyways, over at the meeting table. Over at the meeting table, where Ivankov and Dragon are having their meeting, we have a soldier pretty much addressing the two, saying that Sabo is back. And of course, being Ivankov, he's like, "Shoo, he made it home okay. Thank goodness. I was worried there for a second, when he suddenly we suddenly got cut off and all that. Yay-how!" He didn't say all that, but you get my meaning. Anyways, it now shows the side of the ship and stuff where Grambo and Shiro are arguing. Um, basic. I'm just gonna say Goggles and Humpty Dumpty. That'll just make it a lot easier. So Humpty Dumpty is like, I knew something was up when you said a million. I ain't carving up a single one. He's like, nah, I'll wring it out of you. And Humpty is like, you used those binoculars, didn't you? And the binoculars is like, what binoculars? And he starts eating it. And Humpty's like, you think he can get away with eating them? Okay, so this guy can clearly eat a bunch of stuff. Don't know if it's related to a devil fruit or something, but you know, it's crazy. Kind of makes me think of like the Munch Munch fruit, but that's impossible because Wapo's still alive. Anyways, we did have welcoming Sabo, and the girl, which is Haryu, she's pretty much disarmed her arm. Just go with it. And she's like, Sabo, I was just about to shoot you. And Sabo's like, well, I'm glad you didn't. Were you worried? And she's like, maybe a little. We didn't have the cow guy who's just ecstatic, saying like, Sabo, you're safe. Me happy. That's gonna be my voice for him from now on. It's gonna like, Sabo is here. He's safe. Me happy. Glad to see you back. Anyways, we now have a full view of Sabo, who is pointing to the ship saying that's the Lucian ship. And of course everyone else is like, Lucia? The country that just vanished? And Sabo's like, I'll explain it later. For now, help these guys out. And it looks like a lot of the citizens end up escaping. And behind Sabo is the one farmer girl. You know the one I'm talking about. I am so glad that she is alive. When we all know about what happened, I thought she was a goner. I am so glad they're all safe. We did hear someone saying, Sabo! And I think we know who it is. Which we're going to find out in the next page. Oh God! Okay, so we now have the next page of Koala, who is just angry and trying to kick Sabo, who is just dodging all of her kicks. She's like, you just went radio silent. How could you do that to us? Do you know how worried we were? And Sabo's like, my bad, Koala. I couldn't get my hands on another Encipher transponder snail. All my calls would have been monitored. But I did use the 3-beat code to signal. Didn't you hear it? And then Koala's just hanging on to his torso, being like, you made us so worried. Wah. That is cute. I ship those two. They are a cute couple. Anyways, turns out that Sabo wasn't even on Lulicia when it happened. Which, that does make some sense. Because it did look like he was on a ship. Which, that is a good thing. Whew. Anyways, he did apologize. We did have Morley coming in crying, about to hug on Sabo, being like, Sabo, why do all you boys make me so worried? And he's like, don't scare us like that ever again, silly. We have some of the citizens freaking out with a big dust cloud appearing, so I'm pretty sure he just slammed Sabo. Anyways, we now have Bello Betty, who is talking to all the citizens of Lulucia. I meant to say Lulucia. And she's like, I remember you losers. You come a long way. A long way. I cannot speak today. What is wrong with me? I bet you it's that darn rock that caused me to crash land. Anyways, she's pretty much saying like, it's a real shame what happened to your home, but I heard you're gonna join our cause. Which all of them is like, yes. And she's like, okay, but first things first, get some rest. Then we're gonna straighten you out. Okay, we now have the final page. So, excuse me for a second while I read the final page. Okay, so we have a downward view of Sabo sitting down to Ivankov and Dragon at a little table. The little table's got the Revolutionary Army's flag and logo on it. And of course they're drinking, as all major bosses should. And now they're talking. Sabo's like, I heard about Kuma. And Dragon is like, yeah, he might have been programmed to return to Marishwa. We're sorry that we let y'all's work go to waste. And Sabo's like, don't worry, I know you two are taking it the hardest. We then have Ivan, who's like, so Sabo, you don't want the captain hearing what you got to say? And he's like, yeah, but hearing about it might put both of y'all's life at risk. And he's like, what the hell? That was Ivan. And then Sabo's like, there were some major troubles at the referee. And I'm going to tell you what really happened at the Holy Land of Marishwa. Which shows Sabo with a serious expression about to tell what really happened. And that is the end of chapter 1082. The truth shall come to light. Okay. I don't see like a break or anything, so it might continue on. But I know they're still in the middle of I think Golden Week might be over with. So the official release for this chapter will be in May, so it may be around 2 weeks or so before we get 1083. Which that will get me prepared for a little fishing trip that I plan on doing. But anyways, it's time to collect my thoughts about what has happened in this chapter. Let's see. So, major key points that has happened. We pretty much had Sengoku and Otaru discussing about T-Bone's death, which is apparently happened by a citizen who killed him over getting money from the Cross Guilds. And of course, they're talking about how major this is going to be, and how this is going to be like a major turning point to both citizens and Marines' relationships. Which I am glad they kind of talked about this, because when I heard about the Cross Guilds and their bounties that they're putting, I'm like, yeah, this is going to cause a lot of troubles. So the fact that they're addressing it is something. But I am surprised that they killed off a major Marine like T-Bone. For those of you that don't remember, he's the guy that first appeared in the Enies Lobby arc. You know, he was the Marine that was on the sea train. Kind of like protecting his crewmates from sea kings and stuff. But yeah, the fact that it is surprising. Like, Oda is really setting up in-game levels here. So killing off a couple characters here and there, that is something, but I didn't think that T-Bone was going to go out like that. Rest in peace, T-Bone. Rest in peace. Let's see. And of course, they just found out that Garp is gone to Hachi Nosu, which they are freaking out over that. We then have Buggy talking to the farmer who killed T-Bone, and pretty much Buggy is going to make him a pirate to protect him, and the money is already sent over to his family. Which I will admit, knowing Buggy, I thought he would have pulled like a stunt being like, oh yeah, I didn't send the money. I mean, like, yeah, I did send the money. Yeah, secretly I didn't. But, you know, Crocodile and Mihawk are the ones that are handling it, so of course. Let's see. We also got to see the figurehead of the ship, which is really funny. Which pretty much puts Crocodile and Mihawk in a foul mood. We also got a little more confirmation on what the Cross Guild is really doing. Like, apparently they're wanting to create their own military nation called Utopia. And in order to do that, they need both money, power, and weapons. What are they going to do with this Utopia? I don't know. I mean, they could create their own establishing nation and stuff. But then again, I could imagine them having a hard time with the Marines since they created a bounty system. They're probably creating this Utopia as a way to fight against the world government and the Marines. I can see that. Anyways, Buggy isn't having it though. He's pretty much given like this big speech about him wanting to be the next Pirate King. And how he's wanting to do it. We also get more of a flashback between Shanks and Buggy. Which it seems like Buggy would have actually joined Shanks if it wasn't for Shanks deciding to hold off on going after the One Piece. So that is really something. So if it wasn't for that, maybe Buggy would have joined him and would have had a different lifestyle. Heck, he probably would have been an overpowered pirate at that point. That is something. Anyways, of course, he claims he wants to be the Pirate King. He told his man through transponder Snow, which got everyone hype. Anyways, and of course, we cut over to the Kamabaka Kingdom, where we are introduced to 4 new characters. We got a cow mink. We got a robot armed girl that could put Full Metal to shame. We got Humpty Dumpty. And we got this munching eating guy. Of course, I already said their real names and stuff, but you know. Anyways, they just found out that Sabo has returned. And apparently he was able to survive thanks to being on a Lelouchia King... a Lelouchia ship with a bunch of other survivors. Now, I'm only seeing like a part of the citizens, so I still say a whole bunch of people got wrecked. I say probably that king and queen, no, not queen. What is wrong with my speech today? But yeah, I'm going to say that the king and the princess are goners. And that a lot of citizens are gone because of the because of that. If you don't notice, the cloud is kind of referencing something that happened to a nation that no longer exists or has never existed at all. But anyways, but yeah, we got to learn a bit of their dynamic. We got a happy reunion of Koala and Sabo, and of course Morley wants to join in the fun. The surviving Lelouchia people, including the farmer girl, they are now joining the Revolutionary Army, so we're going to see them in fighting action later on in the future. At least that's what I think. And finally, we have Sabo going to tell Dragon and Yvonne about what happened at Marichua. So, those are the major key things that has happened. And this is really interesting. I mean, I know this kind of cuts away from Garp's fighting against Kuthon and stuff. But this here is juicy information. Especially if the next chapter shows a flashback of what happened at Marichua. And if that happens, then oh boy. I am telling you, I have started doing chapter reactions at a great time. From 1079 up. We got to see Shanks doing stuff. We got to see Garp going all out. We got to see flashback of Kuthon and him fighting. And now this. What a time to be alive! But anyways, I believe it's now time to call it quits for now. So, thank you all for coming on this fantastic One Piece stream. I hope y'all were entertained on this fantastic chapter as I was. And for that, we shall call it adieu. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube, as you will be able to see all my previous videos. Please follow me on Twitter, as that is where I do my announcements and polls and other stuff. And also follow me on Twitch as well, because that's also where I do more streams. But for now, until then, I must say adios, and so long, and see ya alligators, and bye-bye. Okay, I see you, Rock. I know that you have been flying over me this whole time, and I am going to beat your feather ass!